Kierna Davidson, Katarina Macario, Kristen Press, and now Mallory Swanson. These are just the US players in the last 18 months. It's a topic that's been on my mind lately, and it came to a head when I saw Mallory Swanson down injured in the match against Ireland. She had to be carted off the field on Saturday, and it looks like she'll be out for the 2023 World Cup. You might have noticed that some of the other best players in the world are either returning or currently injured with knee ligament injuries, but especially ACL tears. Spain's Alexia Putellas, England's Beth Mead, Australia's Ellie Carpenter, Brazil's Marta, and Denmark's Nadia Nadim come to mind. We could be without a few of the best players in the world with the World Cup only 3 months away. And honestly, I'm surprised to learn that this is an issue that has been studied extensively since 1972. And what I'm talking about is that women's soccer players or women that play sports that have a cutting motion with their legs are 4 to 6 times more likely to tear their ACL than men. So let's explore this issue today and talk a little bit about what's going on. And I'll be honest, I am not a medical doctor. I'm just going to tell you that I don't really have a solution for anything or any of what's happening, but I do think we need to talk about it in these moments in order to gain awareness. In preparation for this, I've done a little bit of research, and there are a lot of studies available. Like I said, the first one that noticed this issue was in 1972, but only recently have there been studies done to think about how we can prevent this issue more. Before we jump into the nitty-gritty, let's actually define what an ACL tear is and some of the other major knee ligament tears that are happening to these women's soccer players. The ACL, or anterior cruciate ligament, is a major ligament in the knee that helps stabilize the joint. When it gets torn, it can be extremely painful and can take months or even a year plus to recover from, often requiring surgery and extensive physical therapy. Now, we just got news today that it looks like Mallory Swanson has actually torn her patella tendon, which can take 6+ months to recover from. The patella tendon connects your kneecap to your shin, and it's needed for running and jumping, things that are obviously very important in the game of soccer. It does look like we can safely say she will be out for the US.
No! No! No!
What a shame this is, because Mallory Swanson is not only one of the best players for the US, a player that is in the form of her life, but someone that seems to just genuinely be enjoying herself out there and brings a smile to all of the fans' faces. So we will absolutely miss Mal Swanson, not just for what she brings on the pitch, but what she brings to the fans and the joy of the game. Since I've been lucky enough to play my entire life and avoid these injuries for the most part, I want to ask you, have you ever had experience with something like an ACL injury or known someone that has gone through this? What was that recovery like? Now, we've defined that women are more likely than men to suffer from ACL injuries, but why is that actually happening? Why are women's soccer players more prone to ACL injuries? Well, there are a few factors at hand here. The first is what is called the Q angle, and essentially this is what happens when you have wider hips and the angle from your hips to your knees displaces the angle at which your legs move. This angle can put more stress on the ACL ligament during pivoting and cutting movements, making it more susceptible to injury in women. Another factor is muscle strength and balance. Women often have less muscle mass than men, which may create additional muscle imbalances around the stabilizing muscles in the knee. This can lead to a lack of support for the knee joint and in turn a higher risk of injury. Finally, there's a hormone factor, because female hormones like estrogen can affect ligament elasticity and strength, potentially making the ACL more prone to tears as well. Now, we all know that injuries are a part of sports, but ACL tears in particular are very difficult to recover from and can have a huge impact on a player's career. Missing key moments in your career or in your development due to injury can drastically change the trajectory of your career, of the amount of time that you play on your national team, and even your earning potential for your club. We'll see that this has a drastic effect on the World Cup coming up in only 3 months, with so many players out due to this injury. Also, I have to say, on a human level for these players, recovering from an ACL injury can be a long and grueling process. It can be challenging both physically and mentally. The road to recovery can be tough, and the risk of re-injury actually increases once you have torn the tendon as well. We hope that for players like Mal Swanson or others that are injured, that they make a quick recovery, but make sure to take their time getting back into the game so that they don't re-injure it in the future. So what's actually being done to address this issue? Well, researchers and sports medicine professionals are working on developing an injury prevention program. Now, there's two available right now that are kind of the main ones that physical therapists use, and clubs, especially within the game, are using it to prevent more ACL injuries. These programs are specifically tailored to female athletes. These programs focus on improving strength, balance, and agility to help reduce the risk of ACL injuries. Additionally, it seems like people just surrounding the game, coaches and trainers, are getting more aware of the importance of proper warm-ups, cool-downs, diet, sleep, all the things that maintain a healthy soccer player. As fans of women's soccer, it's important for us to recognize the challenges that female athletes face, especially in relation to injuries like these. So let's keep supporting our favorite players that are going through these tough times as they work to overcome the obstacles that will keep them from playing again. And to all the players that are out there recovering from ACL injuries, we're cheering you every step of the way. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel, as that helps to let me know what type of content to make in the future. If you want to learn more about the recent history of the US women's national team and the form that they're taking and the failures of 2021 into the 2023 World Cup, you can watch this video next. It is with the incredibly talented writer Meg Swanwick discussing those failures of 2021.